In this session, you'll learn how to import venue geometry from a CAD file that originated in another application. Canvas supports three data types: GL transmission binary format or .gltf and .glb file extensions, collada format or .dae file extensions, and drawing exchange format or .dxf files. These file formats are commonly supported in tools like SketchUp, Vectorworks, and AutoCAD. We'll start here at Project Home. In the lower right-hand corner, select Import CAD. This opens the file browser. In this example, we'll work with a .glb file. Once you select your file and open it, you arrive at the CAD import window. Within the Import Settings panel, you define the default import type for all of the surfaces within the CAD file. Select Surface to set the default surface type as seating surfaces that will be mapped. Or, select Production Element as the default surface type. A production element is ignored in the mapping, allowing you to have a highly detailed model without impacting simulation speed. Defining a default can save you time when importing when the majority of the surfaces are one type or the other, and you still have the option to define them individually as well. Since we are importing a venue model, let's set this to surface. Next, choose your import units, meter, inch, or millimeter, matching the drawing scale of your CAD file. The recommended practice is to organize your surfaces into groups in the application where the CAD file originated. Upon import, the surfaces list displays the groups, which can be expanded to display the individual surfaces within each group. For example, selecting Northeast highlights that section in the 3D preview, and expanding it shows all of the individual audience seating surfaces. At this point, you can either import the file as is, importing the existing groups exactly as they appear in the source file, reorganize what surfaces are contained in a group, or change the import type between audience surface or production prior to importing. For instance, to define the stage as a production element, select its group in the list and change its type to non-mapping surface. Canvas will automatically flag it as a production element when you import. In this venue, we have the first seating section, which is retractable, and you may want all of that contained within two distinct groups. One that is retracted for an end-stage concert, and a second for the remaining retractable seating that is brought in during a hockey game. To do this, create and name two new groups: a concert group and a hockey group. Now, to move these audience seating areas to their new groups, you can either locate them in the list and drag the related seating sections into the new group, or you can select them directly within the CAD view and while holding down the Control key, select multiples. This highlights them in the list and you can now move them to the new group. Once you're satisfied with the organization, select Import. Because the file contains mesh geometry, it will import as a 3D object and is only visible in the 3D venue view. Here, you'll see each group as its own component with visibility and lock controls, and the stage listed as a production element in the Production tab, meaning it won't be mapped. Within the Component Data Field section of the Multipurpose panel, you can rename items, or adjust their position or rotation from within the Setup tab. Keep in mind that you are limited to what you can edit and change with an imported geometry. If you need to modify the venue geometry, this should be done in the original CAD file and a new import should be performed. In the Audience tab, you can set the audience height, seated, standing, floor, or a custom elevation you define. You have now seen how to import a venue from a CAD file into Canvas, organize its components, and prepare it for system design. This process ensures your venue is structured and ready for further configuration and mapping.